Hello and welcome to Culture Crew, your go-to channel for exploring the depths of social culture. We're here to share knowledge and ignite curiosity, so hit that like button, subscribe for free, and let's continue learning together. Today, we delve into the world of vaping, a trend that's been gaining popularity at an alarming rate. Vaping, the act of inhaling vapor produced by an e-cigarette, was first introduced to the consumer market in the early 2000s. The invention of the vape was a game changer, offering a new, supposedly healthier alternative to traditional smoking. Han Lik, a Chinese pharmacist, is credited with inventing the modern e-cigarette in 2003. He came up with the idea to use a high-frequency piezoelectric ultrasound-emitting element to vaporize a pressurized jet of liquid containing nicotine. This smokeless non-tobacco cigarette was a revolutionary concept. Vaping quickly gained popularity, riding the wave of the tech boom. It was new, it was trendy, and it was techy. By the mid-2010s, vaping had become a global phenomenon. Over the past decade, the vaping industry has skyrocketed. As of the early 2020s, it's estimated that there are around 55 million vapers worldwide, a significant increase from just 7 million in 2011. But what makes vaping so popular, and is it as harmless as it's often portrayed? Like any trend, vaping comes with its own set of pros and cons. Let's delve into the two sides of this coin. On the plus side, vaping is often viewed as a healthier alternative to traditional cigarettes. The reason lies in the fact that e-cigarettes don't burn tobacco but heat a liquid that typically contains nicotine, flavorings, and other chemicals. This process eliminates the creation of many harmful byproducts associated with burning tobacco. Another advantage often cited is that vaping can be a stepping stone for those trying to quit smoking. It provides a similar sensation to smoking without the same level of harm, potentially easing the transition away from traditional cigarettes. Moreover, with a wide range of flavors available, vaping can be a more enjoyable experience than the harsh taste of tobacco, but as with anything, there's a flip side. One of the major concerns about vaping is that it's still a source of nicotine, an addictive substance that can lead to a host of health issues, ranging from increased heart rate to high blood pressure. Furthermore, while the liquid in e-cigarettes may not contain as many harmful substances as traditional cigarettes, it's not completely benign either. It often includes chemicals that can cause lung damage and other health problems when inhaled. Then there's the issue of perception. Because vaping is often marketed as a safer option, it can create a false sense of security, leading people, especially the younger generation, to underestimate its potential risks. This has led to an increase in the number of young people vaping, with a significant percentage of them never having smoked a traditional cigarette. In the last decade, the number of vapers has significantly exceeded that of traditional smokers. However, it's important to note that this rise doesn't necessarily make vaping a safer option. It merely reflects a shift in consumer preference. This brings us to a crucial question. What effects does vaping have on our health, especially on our young population? It's no secret that vaping has found a significant audience among underage individuals. As a society, we are seeing a considerable surge in the popularity of vaping among the youth. The sleek design, the flavorful clouds, and the rebellious appeal all make e-cigarettes an attractive choice for many teenagers. However, what seems like a harmless puff of flavored vapor can carry serious consequences. Firstly, let's talk about nicotine. Many e-cigarettes contain nicotine, a highly addictive substance that can harm adolescent brain development. It affects parts of the brain that control attention, learning, mood, impulse control, and can even increase the risk of other types of addiction later in life. There have been numerous cases where vaping has led to serious harm in children. For example, in 2019, a 17-year-old from Texas was put into a medically induced coma after his lungs failed due to secretly vaping. It's not just an isolated incident. There are hundreds of such cases reported across the globe, raising alarm about the severe health risks associated with this trend. When we look at the statistical trends, the numbers are startling. In the United States alone, more than 3.5 million middle and high school students used e-cigarettes in the past month. These figures cut across all ethnicities and regions of the country. The trend is not just confined to the US, it's a global phenomenon, with underage vaping rates seeing a steady increase in countries like Canada, the United Kingdom, and Australia. The allure of vaping often lies in the perception that it's a safer alternative to traditional tobacco smoking. However, it's important to remember that safer doesn't mean safe. The long-term effects of vaping are still largely unknown, and early research suggests that it certainly isn't risk-free. Most importantly, for underage individuals whose brains are still developing, the risks are considerably higher. As we can see, the impact of vaping on our youth is a cause for concern. In our next segment, we will delve into the future of vaping, its implications, and what we can expect in the coming years. It's interesting. With all these facts at hand, what can we expect for the future of the vaping industry? As we delve into the realm of medical studies, we see that the long-term effects of vaping are still largely unknown. While some studies suggest that vaping may be less harmful than traditional tobacco smoking, others indicate a potential increase in lung and heart diseases among users. The landscape of vaping is shrouded in uncertainty, with new research and findings emerging constantly. We know that vaping can cause adverse effects such as lung damage and nicotine addiction, but the full extent of these effects over the long term remains to be seen. The future of the vaping industry, then, is a complex one. On one hand, we have a product that promises a less harmful alternative to traditional smoking. On the other, we have a product that may still carry significant health risks, especially for young users. As we move forward, we can expect to see more rigorous research and stricter regulations. We might also see the vaping industry pivot towards harm reduction strategies, focusing on helping smokers transition away from traditional tobacco products. In the end, we must remember that while vaping might be considered safer than smoking, safer does not mean safe. The best choice for our health is to avoid nicotine products altogether. It's clear that more research is needed to fully understand the long-term effects of vaping. As we wrap up, it's important to remember that your health should always be your top priority. Making informed decisions is key to living your best life. Thank you for joining us today on Culture Crew. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. See you next time for more informative and thought-provoking content.